Hi fellas, quarterfinals of the Champions League are long gone, and cheers for that. Where's my beer? Okay, I will get to the bottom of this later. So we had some great goals, great players, and dramas. And after analyzing all the both legs, both the games, uh, we can come to these conclusions. Or at least I came to these conclusions, and we'll start with Arsenal. Um, both games shows us that Arsenal game um, progressing, but progressing in the opposite way, deteriorating game started in the middle about in the middle of the season. I think about 2 to 3 months ago, give or take. First, the results it became tougher to get the right results. Some really close wins, draws, and even losses. This is not something that Arsenal was was doing in the middle in the beginning of the season and in the middle of the season. The game was great, the pace was good, the character, everything was just fine. It was like it looks like Arteta gets all the puzzles, all the puzzle done and all the pieces together. But since then, as I said before, yeah, the draws and even the draws, okay, but the wins become tougher, and even when they played against not the best sides in the Premier League, it was at the latest minutes. And why not? Okay, this shows about the character, but I'm afraid the character it's all that have left, almost, of course. So and in the recent month, they lost the Carabao Cup, they lost the semi-finals, or sorry, the quarter-finals of the FA Cup, and this is not just the results. You can win, you can lose to Manchester City, of course, but some after at the closure of this game, Arsenal has nothing to show against City, and this is not how best, at least by the table of Premier League, how the first team has to look like. And of course, the quarterfinals against Southampton, which are not so bad, or even they are great, because at the transfer window at the winter, after they gained the goalkeeper and the striker, they started to play another game. They got blessed with a lot of victories. I think they didn't lost since the transfer market had closed. But still, a championship side against the top team in the Premier League, this is not a match. And the last defeat in the league, everything shows, and those both game against Sporting are just the progress of this deteriorating process, if you may, if you may, if I may say so. So I think Arsenal got the best of what they have right now, the character, and they won another character team, Sporting, done just everything they can, and they are great because they did so much great against so much good against Norwegian club, which were great by themselves, but still Arsenal won't progress to the final. And the other side, Atletico, let's say, Atletico is why I think Atletico would progress, why I think Atletico right now is the better team. So we had other games, not just Arsenal Sporting. Atletico and Barca was both of the games, dramatic games, and from my opinion, Barca played well, and they even played better when they were 10 players. But Atletico this year and recent years, and after Simeone got this team, even before, but with Simeone it's on another level. They have a great spirit. They have a good, every time, very good defending, even a great one, the best maybe sometimes. But this year they are, every time they are resilient, but this year especially, and they have what they lacked last couple of years. They have some great players at the high end of the pitch, great high-speed players, great scorers, and they are using them very wisely. And even when they are playing worse than the other side, okay, and this is what happened in the first leg and second leg with Barca. They still have the tools, the talent to strike, once or twice in a game, and they can win by this recipe. They can win every team in Europe, and every team in this high level also, just like they did against Barcelona. So I don't think there is a lot of chance for Arsenal here, but we will see, of course. And okay, the second, the other games, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, it was really good games. Two really good games. Second with the greatest drama of the recent years, and it was a magical game, I think. So both could progress, although Bayern was better, but because of the two managers are not so experienced, or not experienced at all. Company, Arbeloa just got this job in the middle of a season. Company still let's say okay, this is one thing to play at the German league, where Bayern feel like at home in every pitch. They can win everybody by 2, 3, 4 or 5 goals. but Champions League it's something else. And even if you win the first game away in Bernabeu, you still have to be with the boots on the ground. And if something isn't going as you thought, you should change your system in the middle of the game. And this what didn't happen. And I think you can see here the experience. Here is the experience playing. Okay, when something isn't working, 3 goals from around 30 minutes, even by Real Madrid, but at home, something isn't working. Something something that has to be changed. And the same for Real Madrid. So I think if on the other side of the other manager were more experienced than we have, than they have in Real Madrid, than Arbeloa, then I think he might get some other substitutes, or even waiting a little bit for another goal. There, it was just a matter. It looks like a matter of time until they score another, the fourth one, and so maybe Brahim Diaz for Camavinga. Not maybe, we can see right now that this was the wrong decision, but of course nobody knows this until you do the decision. But still, everything went well for Real Madrid, and so why to change in the 7th minute? There is a long time to play before you are trying to be more defensive. But still, this is my opinion, and I'm at home and they are there at the pitch still. Okay, so Bayern, great, no doubts about it. They were better than Real Madrid. They won both games. Real had the chance, and we can speak about the referee issues, of course, with Real Madrid. I don't think, maybe the second yellow for Camavinga never had to be. And the same for Barca. They even submitted a lawsuit against the referee from the first leg. I don't think something will change the result, but yeah, if the games were at the high level, top world top player of football, the referees, both of those games were not top. They were average, and even average. When you have a war, things like this shouldn't happen. But so we have Bayern Munich, we have Atletico, both sides are great. But what about the last game? The last game was PSG, Paris Saint-Germain, against Chelsea. And okay, it is another great game, but unfortunately this year Chelsea is not the same level as they were for the past 10 years, okay, even less year or a couple of years ago. They are not in good shape. They are losing really big against big opponents. But still, this is we can say something bad. There is nothing bad to say about PSG. I think this side show another. This is another year when they show that the manager got all the puzzles together, and I think Paris Saint-Germain is the most balanced team in this year and last year, and they just continue this great balance. They're great at the back. They can be best. They can be just stop everything, but at the same time they can burst in flames at the attack and show us some great stuff. Yeah, I think so. This is why Dembele got his trophy as the best player last year. You never know until you know, and you never know until you got a goal from him. And so I think, of course, PSG won Chelsea. They are right now. They are on the another level. But we have Bayern Munich, and still I think my prediction that PSG will promote from this battle, because the manager is much more experienced, and but both teams are fabulous, great. I think we will see two interesting matches, really interesting matches. And Atletico on the other side will prevail. It will be tough, but if Arsenal won't get back its pace and its game, as from this at least some things from the start of the season, from the beginning of the middle season, let's say the first part of the middle of the season, I think Arsenal will not just lose the semis, they will lose also the Premier League. But until then, guys, cheers. What do you think? And don't forget to drink responsibly.